Hi, you guys. My last video was taken down when I was talking about I don't know what an alternative word for staffing because my video was taken down. So I gotta find alternate words, and I don't know some of the words that you guys use. But anyway, this is Kayla Ellis. She's a CPS worker out of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And I just want to get my story out there because I know I'm not the only victim. And if we could get more victims together, I believe we could start a class action lawsuit against her and the crimes that she commits. Because, she takes children and profits. But I want to tell you a bit about my story. My story is kind of long, so I'm going to just tell you a portion how she came into my life, okay? So it is April of 2010, around Easter. And I'm pregnant at this time with my youngest daughter. And the guy I'm pregnant with is dealing with her. He has a CPS case with his ex, and he's dealing with her. Okay? So when he's dealing with her, how am I going to say this? When he's dealing with her, I decided, you know what? You do Cody's Easter basket? Because I had two boys, one girl. And I was having the girl. But I told her I'll have extra things for Nakomi's basket. Because, most things come in pairs. Odd number was one. So, things come in pairs. So I said, you do Cody's basket, and I will do Maria's. This is how she decided she was going to target me. Well, I made a beautiful basket. I even had leftover stuff for the boys. And I asked the mother, Jolene, the mother of her two kids that were in foster care, I asked her, do you need any extra stuff for Cody? I did ask that. She's like, no. She goes and buys him this plain ass fucking Easter basket at the store. And I get accused. Because, mind you, I've never bought an Easter basket. I've always done my own. So she calls me up, and I'm not the parent, you guys. I'm not the parent at all. She did one basket and I did one. I figured that's how it is when you're split up, half and half, right? Okay. She calls me up and tells me, why wasn't Cody's Easter basket the same as Maria's? And I had no idea what she did, okay? I'm like, I don't know. I told her I'd do Maria's and she would do Cody's, and that's all that was that. So she decided I was a bad person for doing that if I knew she was going to make an Easter and not make one from the store, mind you, I would have went and did his. I thought she was a lot like me and was going to be creative and put something together that looked nice. I didn't know she was going to go buy one from the store. I didn't think she was going to do that. But anyway, I got accused of that. So on November 21st, I had two people over there, my ex-boyfriend Alvin and my ex-friend Carissa. She hired a boy 2 doors down to come kidnap my daughter. But one of those, my ex-friend or my ex-boyfriend, had something to do with it. Because they were on the phone. So he probably texted the high school boy, okay, she's downstairs, come get her. It was all planned. Because when that happened, he told me 2 days before that happened, he did tell me I was going to lose all four of my kids. And I didn't see what he meant by that. I was like, well, I'm a good mom. Why would I lose all four of my kids? What is he talking about? But anyway, the high school boy came in when my daughter was downstairs. Someone told her she was downstairs, and he took her. I went downstairs because I had just given her a bath. So I went upstairs. All I did is went upstairs to grab her clothes and come down because it was warmer downstairs. So I came downstairs with her clothes. She was gone. I didn't look outside because the doors were closed. So I was looking in the cabinets, screaming out her name. I finally went outside, and the boy, he goes, "Are you looking for your naked baby?" I'm like, "Yes, I am. In fact, I am. You would not give her back to me because they were trying to say she escaped. But I'm sorry, a 2-year-old who escapes, she doesn't even know how to open the door yet. She was barely 2. She just had turned 2 3 months prior. She didn't even know how to open the door. And I've had kids who escape the house. They don't leave the door shut. They don't say, "Oh, I'm escaping. I might as well shut the door." That's not what they do. They leave the door open when they escape. My door was shut. So I told the cop he kidnapped my daughter. I flat out said that. And well, and the cop talked me out of it. He goes, "Well, if we just give your daughter back to you, can we just drop it from here?" I said, "Okay." And that was the biggest mistake I made because the next day she was at my door telling me what I need to do to prevent my daughter from escaping when she never even escaped. And I was so deathly scared of this woman. I didn't really know my rights then. If I knew what I knew now, I would have reported the kidnapping charges and there's nothing she could have done. But I was so scared of this woman. I decided I would move away to a different town that was 45 minutes away. But that was the wrong move because guess what? She decided to get a job at that CPS over in that area. Anytime I moved around the city, like the county, different county, she went to get a CPS job there. She would not leave me alone. I had no idea she was literally stalking me. Literally. I would be at an event like an event, she would be there. I'd be at the lake with my kids, she would be there. Just staring at me. But I got more to tell you guys. But that is the start of it.